Hello and welcome to IGN Anime Club, episode 42. I'm your host, Brenda Saunders, and joining me today is Megan Sullivan.
Hello.
And Mike Mamone.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, welcome back.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good to be back.
Got a Perma member.
Perma member. Oh, we're
You're
telling
back
people
forever
that
now.
Yes. Yes.
So usually just let them, just keep inviting you back, and then you just eventually stay. That's what happened with Callie. We never introduced her as a full host. She just kind of just kept coming back, and we're like, yeah, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah,
Awesome thing.
welcome to the club.
Oh, yeah, I'm very honored to...
Permanently.
Yes,
Forever.
and you
Yeah.
brought some friends. If you're watching the
Oh,
video, we have Luffy, D-Monkey from One Piece,
Yeah.
and we've got Naruto from Naruto. Mm-hmm. That's how that works.
Yeah. No, it's pretty sick, actually. My
Yeah.
sister got it for me for Christmas. And I'm like, I'm going to bring this to the office.
Yeah,
Very nice.
I always bring Satsuki because she inspires me every day.
My spirit animal, Umaru, is
Umaru's
here
the
as
best.
well.
I can't wait till I get mine. I ordered mine way back when they announced the second restock of them.
Right.
Just waiting for the production to come.
You're sort of floating in a void
yeah,
right
so
now.
hopefully that's the worst thing is whenever you pre-order an Android or any sort of figure, and you're
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm gonna get it in a year. Yeah, and then you forget. I have a
Yep.
Tally from Mass Effect. I got the Bishoujo figure.
Oh.
And I got the special edition one that's like alternate color, and there's only like 5,000 of them.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm so excited, and I think she comes next month. So yeah.
That's really exciting.
All right.
Yeah, speaking of exciting things,
Yes,
Next
Megway. Good job, Miranda. So next week we have a very special guest on, Todd Haberkorn. You know him as the voice of Natsu and Fairy Tale and about a billion other
He's been
anime
in
and
so
video
much.
Oh,
games.
yeah.
Look at his IMDb page. It's nuts. So he's going to be on. So we'll be recording next Tuesday at 11 a.m. The episode will hopefully go up Wednesday the next day. And let us know if you have any questions that we can ask him. Don't directly tweet him. That happened with another guest. We just like directly tweeting at him, and the poor thing was like, "Oh, I guess I have to answer these now." I was like, "No, wait for the show." So
absolutely
ask
tweet him
us.
to us, yeah, and we can ask him.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You can go to our Facebook page, actually. Join our Facebook page and ask all the questions you
You
want.
can find that at facebook.com/group/IGN Anime Club. It's called IGN Anime Club Official Group.
Yes.
Teamwork.
Yeah. You can also email us your questions at IGN_AnimeClub@IGN.com.
Again, teamwork.
Man, yeah.
We're all on point today.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Oh my goodness. I just forgot something super important. We got a gift in the mail,
Yes, we did.
and I think I'm going to go grab that. So while I do that, you guys want to talk about what you've been watching this week?
Yes, that
Yeah,
is
sure.
a perfect way to do it. Mike, since you are our newest member, I think you should have the honors of going first.
Sure, yeah. So last week we were talking about sports anime, and you guys recommended Prince of Stride.
Yes.
And Prince of Stride is okay. So I feel like sports anime is like my jam. I get like anytime I dive into one, I get like addicted like right away. So me and my girlfriend were always watching sports animes for some reason. We watched over the weekend, and we literally binge watched to like it was only like 6 episodes. 7 episodes.
It's not too far in.
It's not too
but-
far. But yeah, we just watched them all. You know, had some food, and then it's like just pause it. I'm gonna be back. That sort of thing. You know. And Prince of Stride, it's weird. Not I mean, not in a bad way. Like, just like the sport, like it's parkour, but relay race put together, right?
Right.
And it's crazy how it's like, oh, so there's a stride race, and everyone's like running and putting like, you know, obstacle courses. Like, what is going on? This is way too much work for a simple like high school like race, right, for kids.
Yeah, it always seems like these high schoolers have supernatural, in some cases, literally supernatural powers to like
Oh, yeah.
jump really far and do all crazy power-ups and stuff like that.
Totally. Like it's like what there's just some there's an episode where they were just jumping off. Well, actually, they're always jumping. They're always like jumping off like, you know, platforms, and like they can get really hurt, and like they're doing it like it's nothing. And I'm like, wait a minute, so is the city paying for all this? Because there's a lot of stuff.
Right?
Yeah, it's like this is not realistic, kind of, but at the same time, whatever. I mean, Prince of Stride. It reminds me actually a lot of Air Gear.
I haven't seen that one.
Air Gear. It's pretty much it's a rollerblading anime, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
With,
They
like,
will
special
make an
abilities?
anime about any sport.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
or
and-
anything.
Or literally anything.
Pretty much.
Secco Boys.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm back.
So yeah, Prince of Stride. I'm loving it so far, and that's another sports anime on my list. Another one that I jumped into for this season is Dimension W.
Yeah, they
And-
actually recently announced that it's going to be on Toonami.
Ooh,
So that's pretty cool. Getting
That's super cool. Getting a dub.
a dub simulcast.
Oh wow.
Which is really weird.
That's
Of course, the dub is a little
Yeah.
bit behind usually, but
Yeah, well,
that's
I don't, well,
amazing.
of course
I
it
mean,
is because
it's
of
like-
the production behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. I think they even mentioned that at Anime Expo last year that they're going to start doing that kind of thing at the
Oh.
Funimation panel. So
That's cool.
that they have the ability that some companies can do that. So
Oh wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I know it's always like a good while before they start giving out the dub.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dimension W, I love it. Kyoma, the protagonist, pretty cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I kind of like as soon as I saw the opening and like he was doing like top rocking b-boy stuff at the beginning for a little bit, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like this anime.
Mira's so cute.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mira. Oh, dude, she's like
Best
hardcore.
robot girl of the season.
Yeah, no, it's I haven't caught up yet. I only got a chance to like, watch the first 3 episodes since I just started that. But yeah, I'm loving that so far. So Dimension W, that's another one I'm watching. In addition to the ones I mentioned last week, which is kind of crazy. But another one I jumped to is Tokyo Ghoul. I'd never seen Tokyo Ghoul, and
I think I've seen the first episode.
I've
but
seen
it
the
was,
first 2 or 3.
okay.
The first episode was so censored that I just dropped it.
Oh,
no.
really?
Yeah, I don't remember if it's like different now, but like, it was very notably censored for the gore, and it was just so annoying. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait until the uncensored version comes out because it's just too much. Like half the screen is
Ah.
blocked off. So
Oh wow.
Did you see it on like DVD or TV? Or
no, that was I think it was stream. I forget where it was streaming, but it was on rather whoever streamed it.
yeah. I'm watching it
Crunchyroll,
on Hulu right
Funimation,
now,
or Hulu.
Yeah, I don't
wherever
feel like
it
the
was.
one that I watched was censored. Or if it was,
Yeah.
I'm very surprised.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
pretty,
I don't-
it's pretty gory.
Yeah, it's pretty gory. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but I just remember it being incredibly censored. It's like, I'll just wait. I don't remember. It's a long time ago, so I'll revisit it. But yeah, you watched it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's Tokyo Ghoul's pretty crazy. Like usually I'm not into like horror anime, but this is the type I'll get into. And like Blair, who sits behind me again, Blair, anime freak. He loves that gory stuff. So like, yeah, I saw he was watching Tokyo Ghoul, and actually no, I told him to watch this trailer, and he's like, I'll watch this trailer if you watch the first episode of Tokyo Ghoul. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, that's
That's
how I
quite
got
the
into.
trage-off.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Oh, I really
trade-off.
want him to see that trailer.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I always was interested, but never, got the chance to just dive in because I see that dude with or Ken, his name. Yeah, he has like that weird eye, or like
Right.
that weird face. And I'm like,
Yeah,
this
the little
is.
mask
I don't
thing.
know
You see it
if.
everywhere.
Yeah, which I'm like, why do people like this so much? And then, yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. I think, and then.
Want to talk about that one later?
Yeah, I'll talk about
We
that
got,
later.
we got a segment for that.
Yeah, we
just
do.
that other thing you watched.
We do. So
Exactly.
how many anime are you currently juggling? Sounds like you're
jeez.
juggling a lot.
Well, this plus the ones from I mentioned last week, I would say about at least 7.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Yep, I know
Yeah.
that feeling,
I
but
know.
it's
I
still
know.
pretty
Welcome to
And a
Anime
lot of them
Club.
are ongoing too, so it's like, oh, jeez. Once
Yep.
I
gotta
lose
keep
track
up.
of I lose track of when they even like air. So I'm just
Yeah.
checking Crunchyroll. But anyway.
I'm playing catch up too. I tried to catch up to Mirror Colors Phantom World, and I'm about 2 episodes behind because the new one just came out today, and am loving it. It's
great.
so good.
I wasn't sure if I'd like it past. Like I liked it initially, which surprised me, and they toned down a lot of the sort of very light hentai ecchi. There really wasn't that much to begin with. It's kind of silly.
It's just
but
kind of silly, but kind of heavy fan service within the first episode. But
Then
I
they tone
kinda,
it down.
It seems to be that way a lot of times, unless it is an ecchi, that they'll usually back off from that afterwards. And the only reason it bothers me is just because we don't want it to get in the way of this really amazing premise that they've set up, right?
Right.
We've seen it with plenty of other shows. I forget it was like Asterisk something or other, where a lot of the fan service took the forefront as opposed to, hey, like let's watch this girl's butt while she's talking instead of looking at her face. But
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
that really pulls you out of it. So that was my kind of worry, but not really. Like I kind of felt like it was gonna move on from that, and it did.
It did.
Oh, that's good.
It is. Yeah, I highly recommend this one. It's on Crunchyroll. It is beautiful, and there are some really great fan theories I don't want to talk about yet because I think it'll be something at the end of the season. Maybe not be true, and if it's not, then we'll definitely talk about
yeah,
it.
and I don't know what they are, so no spoilers.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Just about the state of the world and how it is and what it is,
Which is such a great part of the anime, which is the world building.
Yeah. So in this world, if you haven't heard us talk about this before, an illness experiment.
It's like a
It's like a
virus.
virus thing kind of broke out,
Okay.
and now people can see beyond their dimension and they can see these phantoms, and they're not like phantoms in Bleach or anything, or ghosts or demons or any sort of thing. Like they're just kind of like these weird specters that are kind of fun and usually are just meddling in things, are never really malicious, except for very few times.
Yeah.
And through these phantoms, like this group of kids in a club who are paid to go hunt the phantoms and kind of like help them either move on or just get rid of them, kind of solves them a lot of their own personal problems.
Okay.
And it's really touching.
Wow.
Yeah.
And executed really, really well.
Yeah, I think it was the 3rd or 4th episode where I got a little teary-eyed.
With
because-
Raina?
Yes.
Raina
with the
is
family and little bunnies.
Fantastic. Yeah, she gets a little bunny family.
I know.
And
So
she just wants to
cute.
stay there forever because she has problems at home. And it just...
I didn't expect
Wow.
that sort of emotional turn. Like, I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be sort of silly and lighthearted, but it actually dared to get a little deeper and flesh out its characters
Yeah.
a little
I like
more.
those a lot, actually.
Yeah, the first episode kind of angles it as, hey, we got to be the best, phantom hunting team, because they're kind of not necessarily in competition with the people in their class, but it is an aspect of it.
Yeah.
And that just completely drops off and takes the backseat in favor of helping these kids grow through fighting these phantoms and, learning about themselves more. So that's awesome.
Yes.
One that's kind of fallen off for me,
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is interesting because I'm falling behind, so I'm very curious.
Grimgar Fantasy and Ash. I think I'm on I just finished 4, which is like a big point in the series or the beginning of it. And one reason I really liked it was because it's just beautiful watercolor backgrounds. It's just a different look, and it was nice. And I kind of like the unnecessary surprise of how it went, because we've seen a lot of the RPG fantasy, like I'm in the game shows lately, and they keep coming.
Oh, yeah.
But this one kind of does it in a way where like you don't really know what they're in or why they're there or how they got there, and that's presented as this big mystery. But they never really, in the 4 episodes, I mean, sure, granted, this is early on of the 12 episodes. I don't know if it's getting 24 episode series. Don't really progress on that too much. Instead, they focus on their lives in this world, and which I think is very interesting. But it's very slow burn
Yeah.
until episode 4, when something big happens, which is cool, but it's telegraphed so heavily
Oh no.
that you're like, oh, this is going to be a dramatic thing that I don't even care about now because you just told me this is going to happen, and it kind of kills the moment. And there's also one character I really hate. Like it's
Which one?
I always forget his name. The Dark Knight.
Oh, the Dark Knight.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
the worst.
gosh,
I mean,
my-
he's supposed to be
he
there.
would,
He's
yeah.
a pugnacious, arrogant little prick, essentially. Like,
Sure.
he is awful.
You got some strong feelings for him.
I mean, the thing that makes me dislike him most is how he treats the female characters in it.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 in their party, 4 guys, 2 girls, and one of their scenes, of course, is them trying to peep on them when they're in the shower.
Oh yeah.
But it's so bad that it takes one of the girls almost 2 episodes to talk to the guys again because she's so embarrassed. And
wow.
the Dark Knight guy, he was like making fun of this other girl for her breasts and being just really gross about it. And like this character is visibly like in anguish, and it's just this really weird feeling because the other girl there is like kind of making fun and playing along, not necessarily in defense of him, but like trying to make the situation better, but it's almost like she's trying to justify it in this weird way and just never really feels good. And like, as someone who's been teased by certain things involving their bodies, it gets very personal. It's like, hey, that's not cool, and you guys keep making a joke. So that's an annoying part of the show that I don't like.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but I also think that character is the kind of
Awful.
antagonist that I love to hate, like legitimately hate, and it makes
Yeah.
me. I almost feel like because of his situation, he's going to hopefully get his comeuppance, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like, what is his
The
backstory?
only problem with him is that he always gets away with it. Like
Yeah, so
like
far
there's
he's
this
getting away
one
with
time
it,
when he
but-
got like smacked or whatever for it, but he never gets really reprimanded for what the bad things he does, or like he never gets his just desserts. Which is the
I'm
problem.
curious to
Interesting.
know if that is because we're so early on, if that's he's building towards being an antagonistic villain type that will turn against the group at one point because he's such a jerk and he's so
And
obnoxious.
he's just a jerk and just kind of rude to everybody,
Wow.
and it's
Yeah,
like,
he's
stop,
not
go
very
away.
likable.
Yeah, so
I kind of want to watch it now just to see how.
No, yeah, I mean, like it's I like it, but with the caveat of I get really annoyed whenever this character's on screen because
Gotcha.
he's just
Okay.
like I want to pull my hair out sometimes. Like, please just leave. Like, get out of here.
That's when I start getting interested because I know he's going to get me mad, and I know that there's some
Something
thing that's going to drive the plot that's going to involve him. He's a very pivotal character, so I'm
Yeah.
very curious.
yeah,
to
and
know
like his
what
class
happens.
too is like as a I think it is a Dark Knight.
Yeah, it's like a dark
forget.
knight, and he always has to get like
he
a
has to-
hunting
has,
trophy.
Like, has
and-
a sacrifice for his demon and all this
Okay.
stuff. And so
Yeah.
like there's interesting parts to him, but he's just a jerk. So everyone else though is really cool and I
Screw
really like the
him.
world.
No, okay.
What else you been watching? I see one more thing on here.
Yeah, so it kind of goes on our topic today.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I watched 5 centimeters per second, which is a fantastic movie.
And we'll talk about that.
I've actually
in
seen
a
that
moment.
also.
Yeah, so surprise, guys. Today we're talking about movies. But before we get into that, I wanted to address the thing I ran out of the room to get.
Yes.
I left these in the fridge because I wanted them to be cool when we drink them. But we received a really, really, really nice gift from one of our fans, from David V. He says, "Hi, Miranda, Elena, Megan, and guests." Elena!
Why did you open up that wound?
I know. I was just like, Elena, I miss you so much. I actually saw her recently. So, I love listening to IGN Anime Club on my long commute to work in grad school. It seems like thirsty work, which is why we always have drinks. Someone like brought that up once. It's like, yeah, we talk a long time. It gets hot.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's hot in here and it gets
I brought
dry.
water.
Yep.
Yeah, so it seems like thirsty work. So please enjoy these ramen refreshments during the show. Yay, anime!
Yay,
anime!
anime.
Thank you so much, David.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
These are
We
so
opened
great.
these and
You're
we
gonna-
were so surprised.
There you
I
go. This
see
is what it looks like.
you got us a variety of
Yes.
ramen, so 6 bottles. We'll have to save one of these for Callie, of course. We can't drink all of these. But would you guys like one? We got strawberry, got
Oh,
orange,
for sure. What's that?
grape, melon, and
We got,
like
lychee.
we got all of
Yeah.
them.
yeah.
Strawberry. This is just the original.
I haven't drank a ramen in a while. I can't remember
I
last
think I'm
time.
gonna get a melon. So yeah, if you haven't had ramen before, I highly recommend it because it's just a fun little soda where you push down a little marble and it makes it all fizzy and carbonated.
That's
beautiful.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much, David.
Yeah,
it means
thanks,
a lot
man.
to us, and thank you guys, everybody, for we got some amazing fan art recently.
Yeah, we
Oh.
did.
I was just like, oh,
You guys are
for
so
me?
talented.
It's so weird. Thank you guys so much for all your support. It really means a lot to us. Any video views, anytime you share the show, helps us immensely, and we couldn't do this without you guys.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you so much. I don't think we see enough. But we always try to.
Yeah, we do. And I'm overwhelmed and overjoyed by all the support that we get because a lot of our fans came through word of mouth. I hear a lot of, well, my girlfriend saw this or my boyfriend saw this and recommended it. And I'm really glad that our Facebook group has such a stellar reputation
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're so kind and nice and polite. There's no fan warring. There's no flaming. So,
Yeah.
Except when the dubs come in.
except when the dubs come in.
Yeah,
But
I-
anyways,
I love the post on Facebook and all the stuff that people share. It's really a great environment to be in.
yeah.
As a fan and also now as a member, it's cool.
Yes, exactly.
it.
So if you haven't already joined it and you want an anime community that is supporting and respects your opinions, then definitely join our awesome group on Facebook. We're the...
Do you want me to do it? Come here.
Uh-oh.
Oh
I got
yeah.
this. I'm a ramen
She got it.
master.
All
But yeah,
right.
you can join our group at Facebook. It's facebook.com/group/IGN Anime Club.
Oh, it's on this one.
Yeah, it's on the thing. Yeah. We're just trying to open these. We're like, yeah, how do you get this open
I was like,
again?
wait.
But, yeah. And also as a thing for thanks. Oh, so you just pushed this in.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we have a cool contest for you guys
We do.
involving movies, believe it or not. So in
Woo,
celebration
movies.
of The Boy and the Beast, Funimation is sending us some cool stuff for you guys. So a prize pack includes, we're not entirely sure how many yet. We're still waiting on our package to come in, but we are going to definitely tweet out that thing. But for now, this is what you can look forward to. Has the Boy and the Beast movie collectibles, the Boy and the Beast theatrical poster, sampler of the Boy and the Beast soundtrack, screeners of Summer Wars and Wolf Children, Summer Words, O card autographed by Mamoru Hosoda, and Wolf Children theatrical poster autographed by Mamoru Hosoda again.
It's a mouthful.
That's awesome.
I know. I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm getting thirsty. I can smell the ramen.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will definitely be posting what this all looks like on Twitter. So be sure to look at our Twitters.
Yes.
Every now
Oh
and
yeah.
Absolutely do.
then. Yeah. So how can you win these? Tell us, what's your favorite anime movie? Like, what do you love about it? Like, what has come across to you as special? Of course, a lot of the anime we love, like Naruto and One Piece and things, have had movies before. Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
But then, of course, there's the standalone films, which are amazing and magnificent,
yeah.
that we want to highlight today. That is not Ghibli.
Yeah.
Surprise, there's more than just Ghibli. Not
Yeah.
that Ghibli's bad. We love Ghibli, but it's important to highlight the things that are not Ghibli as well, because I think that's when you get in uncharted territory and maybe it's harder to access those, or maybe more difficult to find which ones you'd want to watch.
Yeah, so we definitely want to give you a variety of different movies and different genres of those movies that you can watch, because it's important. A lot of these movies have very profound messages, actually.
Yeah, so if you want to submit to this contest, you need to email your name and your submission to IGN_Anime Club at IGN.com, and we will check that email. Only one submission per person, and I'm really sorry, international folks. We really love you, but this is only for U.S. and Canada just because of shipping and some other stuff, logistical things. We love you all. I'm so sorry. I know we have a lot of international fans, and I wish we could send you everything.
Yeah, if it's really expensive to ship.
The world is really big.
The world is huge. The world is huge, and there's not a lot of time. The deadline for this contest is the 22nd of February at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, so
get your entries in.
Monday. So be sure to have it in so that we can get you guys on. We can announce the winners on the podcast, and it'll be a good time.
It'll be an awesome time. So look forward to lots of goodies.
Yeah. So jumping into some topics. What anime films are you guys most excited for this year? I want to leave this off, but we had the news of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions coming out. Ooh. And I'm super big into Yu-Gi-Oh! And the coolest thing about this is that it leaves off with Yu-Gi's story. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatever boy's name with the other spiky hair who does not look as cool as Yugi. Like there's so many different series, and like it's fine if you love them, but that is not the Yu-Gi-Oh! I know as the true 90s kid or whatever, whenever it started airing. But yeah, so it leaves off where the show ended in that arc, and that's amazing. It's something like we're seeing with Digimon Tri. Like I'm excited to see more of Digimon Adventures Tri.
Oh, is there a time jump in this movie? Do you know?
I don't like from the trailer. It looked like it just pretty much shortly after the end. There probably is a time jump.
Okay.
I mean, with all these things, they usually do. Skip
Maybe
a little
Yugi
bit.
grows taller.
Actually, no. I think it is a time jump because I think Yugi was taller in the thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I'm just excited because I love Kaiba. I really love Kaiba. He is my favorite.
Mokuba.
He's so good. Anyway, I had a little crush when I was young. And I'm also really excited for Only Yesterday, one of the Ghibli films that didn't come over here. And yeah.
Is that the one where Daisy Ridley is?
Yep, Daisy Ridley. So
yeah.
got her.
Yay! Ray is going to be in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yay! Yeah,
so
that
awesome.
is in theaters, select theaters. Thankfully, we live in San Francisco, so we get most movies.
Yes.
In March. So I'm super excited for that.
Cool. I'm looking forward to The Boy and the Beast, which is sort of the obvious answer. It looks like it's gorgeous animation.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the idea of a story where a young boy sort of gets caught in this strange dimension with these beasts and creates a bond with one of the beasts. It just looks amazing.
Yeah. No, I saw the trailer, and the animation is beautiful.
Yeah.
And just off that alone, I'd totally watch the movie.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Absolutely would. I forget what the release date is, though, because I'm really tired and I'm blanking.
Boy and the Beast should be out in March.
That's also in March. Okay.
Yeah, I think if you want to go see it in theaters, they do have it in theaters as well. I think Funimation has tickets available online.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boy and the Beast.
Yeah, I want to go see it in theaters. That's gonna be fun.
Another anime film that I'm excited for this year. Actually just found out recently. I didn't even know that it was coming out recently because I don't really watch OVAs too often, and even especially for One Piece, like I only watched one OVA because the standalone movies I kind of it's kind of hard to come.
Is it 300 episodes as opposed to 700 episodes? The OVA.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of OVAs too, so I get lost in all that. But there is One Piece film Gold, which is coming out July 23rd in Japan. What's cool about this one is that the creator of the manga, let me see his name, if I can find it. It's Ichiro Oda. He's the creator of the manga. He's going to be the executive producer for this movie.
Oh, okay.
And this is the second time he's doing that for a One Piece movie.
That's cool. So he knows what he's about because it's his creation.
Oh, yeah. So that's kind of cool to see that. And what sucks is about One Piece is that there's not a lot of movies that come over to the States too often.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and anyway, like even from our streaming sites, like OVAs don't always get picked up, and sometimes we'll see them in Blu-ray packs, like with the season.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But sometimes,
like theatrical releases, not too often. But hopefully, I mean, with the with the Boruto and Dragon Ball coming over, it'd be cool to see a One Piece movie. Come over, I'd watch it.
Yeah. Do you know anything about it? Do you know if it's like a self-contained thing or like?
I haven't found much information about it. They just announced the date, like in December, I believe, that the movie is coming out then. But yeah, nothing much that I know of about it aside from who's working on it.
Interesting.
Cool. Let us know which movies you guys are looking forward to this year. Yeah. A lot of movies also didn't come out this year. I want to know what movies would you guys have wanted to see in theaters? Growing up, of course, I was super big into Sailor Moon. And the Sailor Moon movies are actually really, really good.
No, they're really good. And they're really pretty animation.
I still have all of the video cassettes from because I love them so much.
I finally had to give them all away. I didn't have any room. I had this huge stack of Sailor Moon stuff, including the movies on VHS, because I'm an old person. That's what we used to watch things on, was videotapes. VHS tapes.
Cassette player? No.
Yeah, so if I could have gotten any movies in theaters, it'd be those.
Yeah.
Just a marathon of the 3. I'd
so
cry.
I would love to see Ghost in the Shell on a huge screen. That would be amazing. But like the original 90s one, because people were not too keen on the sort of remake.
Version 2.
Oh,
yeah,
CGI.
version 2. Like, no, I want to see the original gorgeous movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really tired. I had no sleep last night. I've been really stressed out with
it's
Fire
All
Emblem.
typical with that Fire Emblem.
All that
Yeah.
Fire
All
Emblem.
the
You can check out
finals.
my review on IGN.com for Fire Emblem Fates Birthright. It's amazing. Go play it. Yeah, that was my plug.
But
Ghost in the
film I wanna
Shell.
see. Yeah, Ghost in
And
the Shell is a good choice. Pretty much, like I said, One Piece for sure. I would love to see in theaters. But I mean, I don't know if it's coming out or if they're gonna make one. But if they make a One Punch Man movie,
Ooh.
It's a dream movie right
That's
there.
Oh, yeah.
that's the ultimate
I
dream
would
movie.
watch that multiple times. That'd be
that's a
crazy.
good one.
It'd be interesting to see what they do with like an hour and a half, of just like One Punch Man.
Just sitting there, blasé
Right.
as things just get
Yeah,
destroyed
it's
around him.
like
Just a
monsters pass
montage
by,
of
but-
him
Yeah.
punching monsters.
A 1 hour montage.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. And in the time of superheroes we are now,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can do super well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So now moving on to non-Ghibli anime films, specifically that you guys should be watching. I know it's really hard to kind of come by this, like we were saying, is like sometimes you can't rent as many of these.
Yeah, they can be pretty
which
hard to
is
find.
annoying because renting movies is like the key thing before buy movies. If you still buy movies,
Yeah.
some people like to have like them digitally or whatever. But throwing down $20 to $40 on a Blu-ray is kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to kind of give you guys a guide to what anime movies you should be looking for or give a try. There are 3 directors I can, without a doubt, like always recommend. And many of the movies that stand out as just standalone anime films come from them usually. So first we have Satoshi Kon.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
If you want
Millennium
something-
Actress.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Talk a little bit about Millennium Actress. Let us know.
Okay, well, hopefully my brain
got
will
there?
cooperate with me because it's just not on point today. But basically, it's about this little girl who's saved by this guy. He gives her like a special key. And throughout the decades, she's always trying to chase him and reunite with him. And as she becomes a famous actress, she always gets little glimmers of this guy. And she's just constantly chasing him. And she's telling this story as a little old lady to, is it a documentary
Oh, wow.
team? I can't remember who they were. Sorry, it's been so long
It's
since
been a
I've
while,
seen it.
yeah.
It's been a while, but more to the point, it's beautifully done. The concept is really amazing watching this woman sort of go through time and space,
That's
trying
cool.
to chase this guy. It's sort of about I don't know if unrequited love is the right thing, but it's more fun. The chase is more fun than actually getting what you want. It motivates her to go forward. And it's just very profound and beautiful.
Oh, wow.
And I love it so much. So Millennium Actress is a definite recommend, and Satoshi Kon is really cool. He also did Paprika and Tokyo
Yeah. So if you want a
Godfathers.
psychological drama,
Yeah. if you
watch
wanna-
Paprika. Yeah. So he's a great one. Absolutely a fun place to start. Next up, we have, of course, we've mentioned his name a few times before that I have butchered. Mamoru Hosoda.
Yes.
He's got The Boy and the Beast, as we've said, the upcoming movie. Wolf Children, Summer Wars, and The Girl Who Lived Through Time. And he also did Digimon the movie.
Yeah.
So,
I was
One
really
of those
surprised
things is
about that.
not like the other.
yeah. No, but what he does fun. It's like fun, like kind of fantasy usually films.
Yeah.
With drama, like they're usually really well rounded. For example, Summer Wars kind of along the lines of Digimon, actually.
Oh, okay. So then
virtual
it's
world.
appropriate.
Yeah, it's like it has crossover to the virtual world and like an AI program that's gonna destroy everything.
All right.
So
There you go.
actually, not so surprising. So he's really good if you just like wanting like, gosh, he's so good.
Yeah.
I'm just like, guys, he's just so good.
All the feels.
Yeah, no, but if you want if you want the feels,
If you want the feels.
Makoto Shinkai has got the feels. So if you've ever heard of 5 centimeters per second, which is actually available if you want to stream that, is on Crunchyroll. A lot of drama there between that, Garden of Words and Voices of a Distant Star.
Voices of a Distant Star is so
That's the
good.
short film, right?
Yeah, it's the short film, and it's all the feels. It's so good.
So this is when you're looking for some drama, maybe want to cry a little bit.
Yeah, but in like a good way, not like a traumatic "I can't sleep for days," but just like a.
It's just like
oh my gosh,
touching.
so touching.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I watched 5 centimeters per second finally. And if you ever, like, I read One Day, which has a similar premise, is about these kind of like a couple, or not so a couple, but young love that never really happens. Like, you know it should have happened, but it just doesn't really hit the mark. It's what I really loved about 5 centimeters per second is kind of told through 3 different stories, and it's kind of weird because they actually have credits for each little story.
Oh, that's interesting.
But it's
Oh, wow.
short. But it's short. And at first I was like, oh wait, is this a different show? So note, if you are watching the dub, they don't have the title card subtitled, so you don't know what's happening at first. I was like, wait, what's happening?
Oh no, it's just this abrupt
the different?
change.
Yeah, I thought I was like, oh, is it different vignettes of like different people? And I was like, oh no, it's the same guy. Okay,
All right.
Yeah, so it is when it's subtitled, it makes note of that. But it's just this really authentic feeling, coming of age, but also a question of like what pushes you forward in life and how like young love can just stay with you forever.
Aww.
And it's just
Oh, wow.
it's really sweet, and I highly recommend it to you if you guys are just looking for something spectacularly beautiful. The backgrounds are phenomenal, and just looking maybe get a little sad.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
One of them that I did want to watch was The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, but
Oh yeah, that looked good too.
you can't really get it if you're in the U.S. anymore, which is really sad. Bandai used to do licensing of different anime stuff, and I don't think they do the films anymore. I think I read that they stopped doing that. And for some reason, it's really, really hard to get the Blu-ray of The Girl Who Leapt Through Time.
That sucks.
Unless you're in like Region 2, which is weird. Like there's this really awesome combo pack of Summer Wars and The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. And I was just like,
all right.
I want that. But like,
Sold.
no, you can't get that. It's not in your region.
Oh, garbage.
Yeah, so on the flip side, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time also has a live action film that I've heard is really
wow.
good. Is on Amazon. So a lot of these films that we have brought up are available on Amazon, either as a Blu-ray. Some of these are rentals.
Yep.
Google Play actually has a lot of rentals as well. So it has Ghost in the Shell as well.
That's cool.
So, yeah, so these are kind of some outside of your Akira or Ghost in the Shell, like these classics that you know, and Ghibli.
Yeah.
That we highly recommend you check out. Those 3 directors we listed are solid choices always.
Oh yeah.
So if you ever, like I said, if you need in the feels,
Yeah, just
yeah.
right in the feels. Just go to Makoto Shinkai and you will get kicked right in the feels. But it's like a good feeling.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I actually
It's the
watched
good
a movie also this weekend
Oh,
in
right.
preparation for this. Patima Inverted. I don't know if you've heard of this movie before.
Yeah, I saw it a little bit. It kind of
Yeah.
reminded me of another indie film that had a very similar thing going
Oh
on.
really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why is this girl upside down?
Yeah, so
she's
tell us a little bit
floating.
about it.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. There's the girl Patima, she's the protagonist, and then she meets a boy, Eiji, and so like she's like underground, and then there's like this forbidden area she can't go to, but you know, of course she goes there, and then accidentally falls, and then finds out that there's an inverted world where Eiji's from, so they meet, and then. Well, he saves her from like flying into the sky.
Like, don't
Because
fall.
that would
don't
that'd
fly
be a short
away.
movie if they
Oh, bye.
yeah, right. Just 30
End
minutes of
credits.
like her flying away.
No.
But yeah, they meet that way, and then it's an interesting movie. Like you would think a premise like that would be kind of like just odd and confusing, but the way that like the structure of like apparently how it happened was there was an event that just messed up the gravity of the planet. I don't even know if it's Earth, to be honest. And now there's 2 civilizations going on, and it pretty much, you know, you got it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet. You know, like you can't, not technically, but you know, they a lot of people on Eiji's side don't like inverted people, and then on inverted people side they don't love. Oh, that's weird. I mean, they would refer to each other as inverted, so it goes back and forth. But it's definitely a beautiful movie. I love the animation on it. The relationship between Eiji and Fatima, it works well because Eiji is kind of like a loner. You know, it's very his side of the world is very static and like boring, but he's like this guy just wants to be different. Then Eiji's there. Oh no, not Eiji. Fatima's there and shows up and is like, oh wow, this girl's odd, but you know, I'll help her out. And then all of a sudden, you know, they make this relationship, and then it gets crazy from there.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's a great movie, and it's free on Hulu. So if you want to watch that.
I forgot to check Hulu for movies.
Yeah, Hulu has surprisingly a lot of good choices. There's another one that I was interested in but didn't have time.
I still want to watch the Revolutionary Girl Utena movie.
Oh.
I know it's like this story, just concise, but I've heard it's way inferior to the show. So I was just
really?
like, I should watch it because I love the show so much. But
That's too bad. I do want to give a shout out real fast to Redline,
yeah,
which is an amazing racing movie, and the whole thing is hand drawn. It's like it's some crazy number. It's like 100,000 cells and cell shading, and just it's really beautiful. And the main character has this crazy 50s hairdo that everyone calls him like duck butt or something because it looks like the back end of a duck. You know how the hair sort of goes to the tail. And I really liked it. And I'm not a huge racing fan, but the animation quality is really good.
I'd probably watch it.
And I liked the characters a lot. I thought they all had unique personalities and interesting ways of interacting with each other. Yeah.
And then I just thought of another one you guys should watch. Little Witch Academia by Trigger. Also beautiful animation quality. I forget exactly how many frames they did for it starts off as an OVA, so it's like 20 minutes, and then they have the full-length movie that's a sequel to it. Beautiful, super beautiful, sweet animation as well. It's about these girls who go to become witches, and they learn how that happens, and kind of talks a bit more about magic's place in society, of whether or not it should be used for like showmanship and fun and like entertainment, or it's like, no, this is a serious thing. But yeah, it's done by Trigger, who did Kill la Kill, so
no wonder you like
so
it.
Then,
nice.
Of course I love it.
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely another one, and that one's on Netflix, both of them, the OVA and the movie. So.
Oh yeah.
Cool. I don't know what Redline is on. I borrowed the deep Blu-ray from my boss.
Hulu.
It's on Google, you can rent it on Google Play, but it's on Hulu too, maybe?
I believe I saw it.
Sweet.
So
Cool. Well, there you
sure to
go.
check
That's
that
where
So
you can
many
check that
things
out.
you guys can watch. So yeah, let us know what anime movies that you guys love. We want to watch more too.
Yes,
There's so
absolutely.
many.
Recommend them to us. Recommend
All
them.
those movies are beautiful.
Yeah.
Stanley, they're so good.
Yeah, the animation quality. I remember when I was in college and I had the Slayers movies on VHS, and my roommate was watching with her boyfriend. And then when I tried to watch the show, I was like, how come there's a huge dip in animation quality? Well, because one is the movie where they actually had a budget, and one is not.
Yeah, it's like if you look at the Digimon movie versus like the first season,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the animation quality is so different.
Oh, it's so vastly
It's like,
different.
oh, is this a different show? Like, yeah. What happened in the time?
Speaking of time, how are we doing on time? What time is
Well, actually, I was looking at my notes, but
yeah, we're
the
doing pretty
time,
good.
though, yeah, we're doing all right.
I know you have to get out of here soon.
Oh, yeah, I have a hard stop.
We're gonna rush the show along and move on to our watch party because stuff got real.
Oh, jeez.
So every week we watch, if you haven't participated in the watch party before, we watch 2 episodes of the show chosen by you guys, and we talk about them. And right now we're watching Gurren Lagann. We're getting towards the end. We are watching episode 23 and 24 this week.
Oh, yeah.
So we only have, 2 or 3 episodes left?
3
Kind of,
episodes
yeah.
left. So now's the time for you guys to start heavily recommending whatever
Ooh.
episodes you guys want to watch. I think 24 or the last episode we're gonna have standalone as its own discussion, and
Okay,
also
very cool.
a time for us to pitch the shows we think you guys should watch for the next watch party, because this is something you guys vote on. So please send your recommendations. Talk about it in the Facebook group. That is really the best place, because then you can get the opinions of other people who watch and listen to the show. It's facebook.com/group/IGN Anime Club.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let's jump into this. Episode 23 was like, yeah! And episode 24 was like, oh.
Oh, dude, 24.
That was me. I was like, oh.
I like one of the comments about episode 24, too, which we'll get to in a little bit,
Yeah.
because it's pretty apt.
Yeah, so 23, I really liked that they addressed that the moon was gone.
Yeah.
Like that they couldn't move the ship. I was like, oh, why aren't they going now? It's like, oh, because we can't move our big ship or else the planet's going to go out of whack. And they're like, oh, it's okay, the moon's hiding. what?
What?
But we found it, so
Yeah.
they put the moon back, which is nice.
That was easy.
That was convenient.
I like this episode a lot too because it's just silly with its science. When we had this really intricate explanation of what's going on, and then simplified to it's love, guys.
Yeah.
It's human spirit, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like don't worry about it. It's just really funny.
It's magic. It's magic. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry. But I think the biggest, of course, standout is the scene between Rosu and Simon,
Yeah.
where.
Yeah, that got really heavy.
I think also a big point of that is just how awesome Simon is and like how much he really cares for everybody around him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much he's grown
Yeah.
from the days when he was sad and he lost Kamina.
Yeah.
And he knows what that loss feels like and he doesn't want to lose anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I do like there's constant callbacks in this show
Yeah.
to things like that, so you can see the character growth.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was hard seeing Rosu, kind of like just kind of give up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or also, I guess the guilt got too much, and like, then he went away, and then Kinon, the girl.
Yeah. Mrs.
Yeah.
In the back. Black
Yeah.
Sisters.
So just seeing all that unfold is like, wow.
They-
This is.
They played it really smart too because
Yeah.
they never made him seem remorseful about the actions he was doing while this is all going on.
Mhm.
But I think somewhere along the line we all knew he wasn't happy about putting Simon in prison or sacrificing
A lot
massive
of people.
population of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then we kind of finally see it all boil down and once things have finally calmed down and nobody had to die for that, you know.
Yeah.
Him taking on all this guilt of what he had to do and how he's like, well, I messed up. I did the wrong thing. I should have let Simon handle it kind of thing. And I was willing to kill so many people. And it's, you know, of course, fitting that he goes back to his home where they had to sacrifice people all the time.
Yeah. That's another one of those callbacks where it's like, welp, that.
It's like, wow, that was really smart.
That was
Making
really
him come from
smart.
this place where sacrifice means it's a big deal, but
Oh,
also not because it's just a ritual that you do.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
But
man.
yeah,
And
that was
our professional analyst, Kevin S., had some interesting observations for episode 23. He says, so when it comes to the smaller eye catchers, we start off with Simone knocking sense into Rosu. Can I ever pronounce his name? Roshu via one punch to the face. One punch man.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what
except that at least he didn't get obliterated. Yay.
But he says, I think the scene is deeper than a lot of people realize. Partially, I think it's the fact that Simone hits Roshu in the same way that Kamina did Simon explains to Roshu everything that Kamina taught him, yet he doesn't use Kamina's name once, at least in the English dub. There's something to be said here about how independent Simon has become, or maybe he's keeping the last moment he had with Kamina just between the two of them. Just something for you to think about.
Wow.
Yeah, and so like you're saying, it's constant callbacks, constant reasons as to why the first season was so important,
Yeah.
and in this very critical and intense time. I just kind of love what it's become because we knew they were going to space eventually because of
Yeah.
the very first shot in the show,
Yeah. That had to tie in somehow.
Oh, yeah.
and then it happened.
Yep.
It happened.
It happened.
Oh, it's so sad.
Oh my gosh.
I'll let Del Toro take this on.
Oh, yeah.
Also, good comment. What the heck? Were these written by George R.R. Martin or something? I mean, come on. I know they were all side characters, but seriously, and the fact that you give them just the right amount of screen time to make us care about them just as a group, just so you can pluck them out of existence in the next scene, is equivalent to twisting the knife. So in this scene, we lost a lot of side
Oh, yeah.
characters. But it's weird because like there have been so many characters throughout Gurren Lagann that we've just kind of seen in the background, but they still, of course, are important to
Oh,
an
yeah.
extent.
Yeah.
Um,
You're still shocked when
they're
you're
no
like, wait a
Yoko,
second.
but
Yeah. No. Okay. Yoko's the one to beat, but
yeah.
Yeah, but you love them. They're just hanging out, having fun, and
Yeah.
you want them to, live on.
I think
yeah,
that,
but they're part of the team, so you just
Exactly.
assume that they're kind of immortal in their own way.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and of course, they're going to lose the grunts that have no face or name.
Right.
But then we start leaving the people who have individuality, who have character, and we remember them going back to fight at that original fight when they're trying to take back the surface. It's just like, oh. And it just keeps building up on that, oh.
Yeah.
Because then you keep losing closer and closer and closer to home. And you're like, stop. Yeah, no more. They have to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have 3 episodes left. I
I
need to
know.
know that there's hope at the end of this tunnel.
It's moving fast, too.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, I'm not ready for all this.
Yeah. When we lost Jorgen and Balimbo, I was really sad.
That was sad.
I can see that on the notes. It has a little sad frowny face.
That was me. I
Yeah.
was just like, Oh,
I know.
yeah.
When they sacrifice
sacrifice
themselves for
themselves.
the kid dairy, or no, I forget the kids' names. But there's the boy and the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
Who else
This
are
one
from? They were
floating
also from
away.
the underground
Yeah.
world. Where
They
she was
were about to be
from.
cast out.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
sacrificed themselves, which is ironic because they were about to be sacrificed, and they volunteered to do it this time. Again, a callback. So
Wow.
profound.
So,
All the feels.
yeah.
some great episodes.
Yep.
Please send in your feedback for these last few episodes, guys. This is going to be intense.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Their ship is now in a sea in space.
That's right.
Makes sense to me.
I love how they've just made this, like, the universe is some weird thing that they can just play with now.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, I mean, if they're running literally on the power of human spirit, anything can happen.
Sure.
And love.
Speaking of those
Love and human spirit.
weird anti-spiral ships are like freaky as hell.
Yeah.
Some of the scenes kind of, well, I mean, it makes sense, but reminded me of Evangelion.
Oh, okay.
Just because of, like, the big faces in the
Yeah.
sky and this bizarre, gross ocean of sadness. And
Oh, please don't get as depressing as that.
yeah, so one of these days, we're probably going to have, like, a whole episode on Evangelion because it's just so important in anime. But
Yeah. That's
it makes sense because Skynax
Skynax.
did this show. Anyway.
There you go. It all ties together. Again, callbacks, people.
So, next week, guys, we're going to be talking about episodes 25 and 26, excuse me. And hopefully not cry too
Oh,
much.
yeah. Hopefully there's a ray of sunshine in there somewhere. I still believe in the power
I mean-
of human spirit.
As long as Yoko lives, everything's fine.
Yeah, you're like, whatever.
She has her kids to get to, remember? That
That's
was such a
right.
great scene. I have kids. It's like, what? Aw. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Be sure to send us your comments and let us know what's up. You guys got anything to plug before we go?
Fire Emblem. My next Fire Emblem review is for Revelations that should be going up early next week. We wanted to get the Birthright and Conquest reviews out first so you can sort of look at them both, see which one you want, or both of them. And then the third story path is coming at you in the next few days. Be on the lookout for that. Everything is Fire Emblem in my world. Fire Emblem.
For sure. We have so Max and Brian are still doing that grudge match for Street Fighter. I think we're like a couple episodes in now, and there's the episodes where one of them they're both blindfolded and they play with one hand. I don't know if it's Max, or it might be the pro players doing that. But yeah, they're fun episodes. Definitely check them out on IGN.
I'm still working on Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth.
That game is really long, by the
It
way.
is really long. So, yeah.
Is it like
it's-
Persona, like 80 hours long?
I think it's at least like 40 or 50 to probably 60.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty.
mean,
That's a pretty good
yeah.
chunk of
Yeah,
time.
we got it. So, spoilers, we usually get games before they come out so we can have the reviews when they come out.
Yes.
Before.
Yes.
Like, that's ideal. We got this one the day it came out, and then I started playing a few days later on my Vita, so I had to restart and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
But it's fine. So,
Okay.
it will happen, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, until then, I'm also going to start working on Fire Emblem Wiki stuff. So,
Yay!
Oh, hey.
Be on the lookout
Cool.
for that because there's lots of stuff that you're probably going to want some advice on. And
Oh,
our awesome wiki team is working hard.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
make sure you guys tune in next week for our awesome guest.
Yes,
sending
Todd Havercorn.
questions.
Natsu.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. And you
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure to ask your questions on our Facebook page. Again, don't go tweeting directly at him or tweeting or talking to him on his Facebook page. It's just going to confuse the poor thing. Let us take in the questions and then we'll pick like the top 10 and then we'll
So ask him,
Oh,
ask
yeah.
him all the
guys.
amazing questions. So
Yeah.
be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, if you want to hit us up on Twitter and let us know what your favorite movies are that are out there in anime, you can hit us at Miranda,
At Havoc Gross, and that's Havoc with a K.
at Megan, MEGHAN_IGN.
And at XP M&Ms.
I love that.
It's
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Really short, sweet.
All right. And that's the end of episode 42. Thank you guys so much, and
you, guys.
have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.